Hello, you're watching the live sessions. Today we've come down to Surrey in King's Cross to meet virtuoso guitar player Jon Gomm.
Say what you mean.
Right, so Jon, for anyone who doesn't know who you are and what you do, could you just give us a little bit of a description of your approach to the instrument?
I guess kind of different to some people because I don't really like to think in terms of like musical genres or anything, so I tend to play like one tune could be like dub reggae and then it can go, and then the next tune could have classical stuff in it, or try and what I always try to do is approach the guitar as if I've never seen a guitar before, which is the opposite of the truth. I've been having guitar lessons since I was a kid, but I like to look at it and think, okay, what if I was an alien from space and I didn't know what to do with it? And that way there's no rules, you know?
No, but I lose more expertly.
Fantastic. Well, if you've got your new album coming out 25th of November.
Yeah.
And the way that you've approached funding your album is quite a unique way.
Yeah.
Quite an organic way that's completely connected, I suppose, to the fans.
Yeah. Well, for me, it's like a lot of my connection with people who listen to my music is through social networks and YouTube and stuff. So what I've done is I've done a Pledge Music campaign. And Pledge Music is kind of like Kickstarter or something, but I actually know the guy who invented Pledge Music. I've known him since before he set it up. It means that people can pre-order the album, but also they can invest money in a way. They kind of buy other unique things, like I've made pieces of artwork that are just individual things that I've made. It's turning people who would otherwise just be your listeners into your patrons. It's more about having 1,000 people like that, all investing a smaller amount of money, and it's great. It's democratic as well. People can kind of give their feedback, and it's wonderful.
It'd be great to sort of pick your brains, if that's all right, on to talk a little bit about Wilma, if that's right. Okay.
Yeah.
If I can call her by her
first
name.
That's her only name. She has.
But yeah, I mean, I've seen you do lots of different tunings and things. I think somebody had mentioned that you had they were two banjo tuning.
Yeah,
pegs.
they're special banjo tuners. They're called Scruggs pegs.
Okay.
And they're named after a man called Earl Scruggs, who was a bluegrass banjo player in the 1950s, was kind of when he became famous. And he used to do that trick where I can't do it holding a microphone. So you can play and magically quickly retune backwards and forwards. So I've always been aware of that technique, or loads of other strange techniques. The guitar percussion thing is another one. Again, it's nothing new. It goes back to the very dawn of the very first styles of guitar playing, flamenco guitar playing. And then on the other side of the Atlantic, steel string guitar, blues is really the first kind of virtuosic use of a steel string guitar. And those guys used to play drums on the guitar all the time. So
it's a real mixture of influences, all the way kind of from flamenco, bits of blues, bits of lots of different things, really.
For me, it's there's kind of musical influences and songwriting influences and guitar playing influences are separate, but also bring in other styles of music. So the styles of music that I would never have probably been influenced by if I wasn't a guitar player. So maybe I would have never realised the beauty that it is inside country and western music if I hadn't wanted to be able to play guitar like some of the great country guitar players. One of my most popular songs is a song called Gloria, which is a country waltz, and it's a ballad in the country style, which owes nothing to the guitar playing that I was interested in, but everything to the music that brought into my life. So it's good being a musician, because you can hear things in music that then lead you down different roads that other people might not have,
Just blow through the static, it's all automatic. You're thinking too much. You're thinking too much.
So your approach to actually writing a song will be you write the song, you've got the lyrics, the melody, and then
Yeah.
you get the guitar, and that will actually be the last.
Even before that, yeah, even before that. So for me, it's two separate processes, even with instrumental tunes. So I've got a melody, I've got maybe a groove, if it's that kind of song, so, or a riff, or maybe some harmonies, so ideas of chords and stuff. And usually I'll have an idea of either a mood or even a genre, so I'll actually think, okay, this is going to have a jazz vibe to it, or this is going to be like, no, there's styles of music that I love that nobody even likes anymore, like trip hop. I love trip hop. You know, my ideal world, there'd be constantly at least 4 trip hop songs in the top 10 at one time. And so, you know, I'll decide, okay, I'll have a bit of that in there. That's the kind of vibe that it needs to have. And then I'll sit down with the guitar and start the guitar arrangement, which is a completely different process.
To wrap things up, what's next for Jon Gomm? You don't have to answer in the third person, by the way.
Okay.
It's okay.
I won't then. So, well, the album's not out. So at the moment I'm touring. Then the album's not out until November 25th. So, and the pledge campaign doesn't finish for another kind of month and a half.
Till you get the speedboat.
So I get this,
Exactly.
yeah. Got to get the speedboat, and you know, my mum wants a house in Spain. No, she doesn't. She doesn't care. But yeah, so that's happening, and then I'm actually taking a little bit of time after that just to try and. I've been on tour basically for about 2 years all over the world, and I don't know what's going on, what day it is, what city I'm in. I know I'm in London right now because I was here last night, but if this was the first day I probably wouldn't know. Early next year I'm going to South America, so that's a big one, and we're going to try and organise some kind of touring in America as well, because obviously I get so many requests, and I was supposed to be going in January, February with some other guys, and I need to take that time off, otherwise I'm going to go mental. So that's now not happening, and so yeah, I need to try and get some gigs in America and try and get that sorted, because there's a lot of people waiting. I've not been there yet, so.
Well, that sounds brilliant, and I wish you all the best with everything, and very excited to hear the new album. And yeah, it's been lovely talking to you.
Thanks very much.
A silver melody rising on the stage. I listen for a chord down waterfall.